Have you ever wanted a full suspension mountain bike with enduro capability without those super long travel numbers? Or maybe you're looking to get top shelf components on an aluminum frame. These are all things that we at Bikes Online wanted to find as well. That is, until we found this bike. Hey everybody, Jared here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Marin's contender in the all-mountain enduro category, the Alpine Trail XR. This descent-optimized full suspension by Marin may blur the lines between mountain bike categories, but there's one thing that's crystal clear. The Alpine Trail XR blows the spec per dollar right out of the water and straight into orbit. So let's get to know this bike a little better, shall we? Starting off with the chassis, the Marin Alpine Trail XR comes in hot with a bright red RockShox Super Deluxe Ultimate Coil rear shock, providing 150 millimeters of rear travel. The attached rocker link is fully forged, which provides unparalleled lateral stiffness, leaving this shock to do exactly what it needs to do, and that's mitigating disturbances. Marin spec'd this shock specifically to dial in some of the most traction-intensive suspension dynamics that you'll ever come across. Now, riders should note that coil shocks are notorious for having some pedal bob in the climbs. However, RockShox did include a climbing switch, which is easy to access to help work this out. Now, to help complement this shock, the bike is equipped with a 160mm RockShox Lyric Ultimate in the matching boxer red color scheme. The Lyric is RockShox Enduro fork chassis, which shares a lot of cues with its trail-oriented sibling, the Pike, which means that it stays laterally stiff without becoming heavy or cumbersome. This lethal suspension combo, with its superior damping technology, will leave riders in awe no matter what lines they delve into. Now let's talk about the geometry. The bike has a super slack head tube angle of 63.5 degrees, as well as a longer reach, which gives riders the utmost confidence when tackling steep descents. Now on the flip side of that, the seat tube is a steep 78 degrees, which puts riders in a perfect pedaling position to climb for extended periods of time. The wheelbase of the Alpine Trail XR is on the long side, which promotes unrelenting stability at speed. The next focal point is going to be the drivetrain, which is a hybrid of Shimano 12-speed components. Both the shifter and the cassette are the mid-level SLX, which keeps weight down without the excruciating future replacement costs. The derailleur, on the other hand, is the more premium XT level, which gives your shifts that extra burst of precision. The crankset is a less common selection. It is the FSA Gradient cranks with a matching FSA bottom bracket. These cranks in particular are composed of a fully forged 7 Series aluminum, which honestly puts them a step above many other cranks that you see spec'd on bikes today. Overall, this drivetrain provides a very precise feel both at the pedals and at the shifting levers to further amplify that connection between a rider and their machine. The brakes, much like the drivetrain, are provided by Shimano. These brakes are the MT420s. They are a 4-piston front and rear setup that, despite having a 2-finger lever blade, still provide a very pronounced bite, just like what you would expect from a higher level 1-finger lever blade in the Shimano lineup. With a 203mm rotor up front and a 180mm rotor out back, these brakes provide a very strong force to take on any formidable conditions that you may come across on the trails. As for the wheels, they are Marin branded alloy double wall hoops laced to boost spacing Shimano hubs. These sealed bearing wheels provide overall value by giving riders solid and reliable performance. They are wrapped in 29 by 2.5 Maxxis Assegai tires, both front and rear, which are probably the most grippy tires on the planet. They also boast some of the most intense from the factory puncture resistance with the EXO Plus casing up front and the big boy double down casing out back. The idea behind this selection is to make sure that there is absolutely nothing that can hinder the rider while blasting downhill. Janky rocks? No problem. Loose loam? You got it. Whatever the ride throws your way, this bike is ready for action. Some other notable features are the inclusion of a fully internally routed dropper post by X-Fusion, ISCG05 tabs for the addition of a bash guard, a down tube protector, as well as a really beefy chain slap protector. All of these features are tied together beautifully with a really unique paint scheme by Marin, making this one phenomenally sharp looking bike. Overall, the Marin Alpine Trail XR is an excellent choice for any rider that wants a versatile bike that can tackle anything that the mountains can dish out. Whether you're running some technical terrain or sending it on a big descent, this bike will keep you in control and confident. So if you're in the market for a new full suspension bike, make sure to give some serious consideration to the Marin Alpine Trail XR. Leave a comment below if you have any questions, and make sure to subscribe for more mountain biking content from Bikes Online. Thanks as always for watching. Again, I'm Jared, and I'll see you around.